Hello everyone and welcome to the first of hopefully many videos covering the FIFA World Cup. It's finally here. It's been 4 long years. And a whole bunch of things have changed, but there's one thing is the glory of the World Cup is here. Poulters Talk Sports. If you don't know him, I'm a beat writer. My name is Daniel Poulter. I cover the Oakland Roots, a local Bay Area team, professional soccer team, as well as the San Jose Earthquakes and Cal football. But luckily, also for context, I've been able to talk a little bit with the the Aussie Roos, football Roos, the Australian national team is using the old Oakland Raiders / current Oakland Roots training facility, which is a former NFL's facility. It is one of the top-notch facilities, and Team Australia is in the Bay Area at this facility. So any biases or anything on that front, just want to have them up front. I have covered this team, but we'll see how that group shakes out. But I wanted to do a little fun little preview right before the World Cup, and I wanted to talk about the group stage. And we're gonna revisit this video at the end and see how dumb I am, because even though I have insider information and I know so many things, I am also just an idiot on the internet. But let's dig in, everyone. This World Cup is going to be a little bit different than normal, as there are more teams, the good old 48 this time around, with 32 spots, I believe, heading into the knockout stage. The Bay Area got only the best possible games. Okay, maybe they got the worst, but there is always the possibility that it'd get one round of 32 game, which is very, very exciting. I'm finally starting to feel that, because it kind of not snuck up on you, the World Cup this year, but it definitely felt like one of those things where, oh yeah, the World Cup, World Cup is here. So let's talk about the World Cup. Let's have a good time. We'll see how long this video ends up being, but let's discuss the groups. Let's talk about my favorites, the teams I hate, and the teams that I'm pretty indifferent about. Also dark horses, because you can't forget the good old dark horse. But let me see. Warning. This website is in light mode, so this could be brightening to the eyeballs. So go 1 second, everyone. Here we go. We're throwing it down. All right, everyone. I want to zoom in so that you can see each group clearly. And we'll talk on certain groups a little bit longer than others. Some groups are going to be pretty straightforward. And then we'll see how this website exactly does it when it comes to selecting our 8 teams that we think are going to get out of each of the groups. The third place teams, because this is the new thing this year, 8 of the 12 third place teams will advance to the round of 32. Very exciting to see. Almost guarantees teams like the United States will be getting out of the group stage. So you'll be hearing, and this is something I want you to keep in mind, you'll be hearing a lot of times where people will be like, oh my God, Bosnia made it out of the group for the first time. Etc. I'm making up scenarios and team history, but I probably guess a good example is somehow Haiti has made it out of the group for the first time, and you're like, wow, oh my God, I never knew Haiti never got out of the group. It's a little watered down, so there's probably be an asterisk starting this year where it's like, yeah, they made it out of groups, but there's now more teams out of groups. So if people are hyping up the United States, oh, the United States got out of their group in 3rd place, and you're like, oh, that's not great there. But let's talk some World Cup. First group, Group A. So this is a fun little group, especially because it's a bunch of strange teams. I personally watched Mexico live versus Japan at the Oakland Coliseum last year for international friendly tune-up for said World Cup. And I'm a little mixed on Mexico. I still think there's a solid chance that Mexico won't have to stress. They're in the same group as South Africa, who won't put up too much of a fight. I actually think we can just put South Africa here on the bottom to start. I'm not that high on South Africa, though. I think it's a little interesting, and I won't always like. Sorry, I have to put up a sock here. It's circulation going crazy style, but in this group specifically, the things that I want to bring to people. Let me see if I can zoom. Don't worry about it. We're vibing, full blown vibes. Is Mexico will probably be favored to get out of this group, though Korea does have a lot of talent. And the other thing to keep in mind with Mexico is that Mexico is playing all of their games in Mexico. Mexico playing a home game in Mexico is very different than playing Mexico at any other location. Be like, well, of course, Daniel, the home country it's traditionally always been a thing like where the United States, like let's use another host country. The United States plays at home. Okay, you get rabid fans, but it doesn't feel like a home field advantage. It's like, oh no, we played in Chattanooga. Woo! Okay, whatever. Mexico's a different story. Mexico actually is a little bit of a home field advantage. I still think, though, that Mexico will be second in the group with Korea, the Republic of Korea. No North and South here. There's only one Korea. We're still fighting that war. But I think Korea will come out first in this group, upsetting Mexico either through a draw or through Mexico stumbling against Czechia, the Czech Republic. I can't remember when we made the swap to Czechia. But Czechia's not bad. Czechia's not good, but Czechia's not bad. I think they're better than South Africa. I know some other places have had South Africa being a potential team going through, but we're gonna lock those in, put them in the lock zone. Group B, one of the weirder groups. Though there is one thing that's very easy here: Switzerland to the top. The Swiss are not exciting. The Swiss are regimental, and they will just do what they need to do to win this group. The fun thing to figure out here is between Canada, Bosnia, and Qatar. Overall, Canada is okay. I haven't been that impressed with some of the international friendlies I've seen from Canada, though they are a host country. There's a good chance they get out of this group. The question is, do Bosnia finish in fourth or do Qatar finish in fourth? And I think the power, I think Bosnia has a chance to take on like Canada. Bosnia doesn't have that great of players overall, but to me, it's a better advantage than playing Qatar. We'll see if they make it out at the end. We'll figure that out down the line. Next group. So you could argue that this is a group of death. That's one of the, I guess, the minuses of playing, adding teams to a tournament. It waters down your death groups because you're like, well, if there's 3 good teams in the group, probably 3 teams are getting out of the group. This is one of those cases of a clear 1-2 of Brazil and Morocco are by far the best teams in this group. Scotland is scrappy. Scotland should be able to take care of Haiti. I don't see Haiti winning a game. Let's just plop Haiti right onto the bottom. I think Scotland is an easy third. It will depend on probably a lot of these third place teams are going to be sitting at 3 points. Would be my guess, either 3 or 4 points. So Scotland needs to score an absolute boatload because I think it's points, then points differential, then games won. Well, I'll double check on that later. But I think Scotland beats Haiti. If you beat them 4-0, you probably advance. You just have to make sure that you don't get blasted by Brazil or Morocco. The question is, do I go with Brazil or Morocco to top the group? Morocco did very well at the last World Cup, but it could be one of those things where they've fallen off a little bit, but they're still a relatively top team in the world. I'd say at least you could argue that they're not a top 10 team, but I think they're just on that cusp. I'm going to leave Brazil at the top of the group, but if Morocco wins this group, I would not be shocked in the instant. This Brazil team doesn't really have like this is going to sound really weird. It's not really a star-laden Brazil team. It's very much more of great players, but not superstars, if that makes sense. There's not a like your true old school like legends, where it's just like 11 dudes that are untouchable by God. So maybe there'll be an actual team this year, because Brazil's given up ever since that 7-1 thing. No one's really looked at Brazil the same. They've just kind of been like, well, okay, Brazil. But I'm going to keep Brazil. I have faith. I don't, but I have faith. Now for group goddamn D. Oh. The United States equally, like, if the United States is good, this is an easy group. The problem is, we know that the United States, and that's the very funny thing about this United States team, is no one's expecting anything. Everyone I talked with is just like, yeah, they'll make it out of the groups, and then they'll probably get bashed at Levi's Stadium. If they win the group, then they'll get absolutely hammered by some third place team that came out of nowhere, and you're just like, oh, why did they lose to that team? Oh God! And we'll bring up those possibilities later. I think all of this entire group depends on what happens with Paraguay, where Paraguay is either going to be a pain in the ass for all three of these teams. It's whichever team trips up against Paraguay, and maybe Paraguay's that third team that comes out. They trip up a Turkey. Though I really like Turkey. I like the good old Aussie Roos, Socceroos. I'm going to leave the United States at 1. I shouldn't, but I'm going to, which is a worrying idea. We'll get back to, we'll discuss more when we get to, I believe there's a bracket stage at the bottom. How good I think the U.S. team is. Do I think they're an actual contender, or are they more pretenders? And like I said, not many people are expecting anything from the U.S. And to be fair, I'm not either. This is one of those weird things where I think Australia finishes second no matter what. I just don't know if it's Turkey at top or the United States at top. And if the United States just absolutely sends this. But we're going to go with this to start. We'll do a little bit of a deeper dive of the United States in a little bit, and we'll get there. But next group. An interesting group of good old the Ivory Coast. We have Ecuador, we have Germany, and we have Curacao. Or is it Curacao or is it Caraco? Either way, they're getting fourth. But Germany's going first. This is not the best Germany team in the world, but a doubted Germany team usually does better than you think they will do. This is a Germany team that loses in the quarterfinals, and you're kind of fine with it. But Ecuador or the Ivory Coast, I do like the Ivory Coast a lot. I could see Ecuador putting up a lot of fight. It is a very tough opponent overall. On this front, I would probably go. We're going to do a hot take. I think we're going to go Ivory Coast second over Ecuador. We're going to do that here. And now, actually, what could be considered the actual group of death has a lot of heavy hitters. It has potential tournament favorite Netherlands, who's looking really, really good. Like I said, I watched Japan. I'm really big on Japan. It's a little unfortunate that they're a lot of people's dark horse because I definitely would pick Japan as my dark horse. We'll get to that in a little bit. But I think Netherlands. Ooh, this is tough. I have no faith in Sweden at all. I think they're good, but I think this group is just awful for them. We're gonna go. I think Japan will come out of this group first. I think Japan is steady enough. Japan's not going to give up goals. This group is also not flashy enough to take advantage of what Japan kind of struggles with sometimes. I think this is a really solid chance for Japan to have a really good tournament. And then we've got this just kind of weird group overall, just because there's a lot of people really hot on Egypt. Belgium will take first in this group, in my opinion. I really have no faith in New Zealand at all. So Iran's probably above them. But this is one of those. There's been a lot of hype on this Egypt team, and I don't see it at all. Like it truly feels like one of those teams that's going to like lose to New Zealand and then have to scramble to secure a third place. I still think they advance over Iran. We'll see how the tiebreakers go from there. This group is one of the easier ones to do. Saudi Arabia. I don't think Saudi Arabia actually wins a game. I think this is actually an interesting hot take. I think Uruguay will comfortably take second. Spain cruises to first place in the group. I think Spain, depending on matchups coming down to in the bracket stage, I have Spain as my current top number one. This next group, a dark horse in Norway. We have Iraq, we have Senegal, and we have France. A lot of people are going to pick Norway to get out of this group, specifically in second. I'm not one of those people. I really like Senegal. I really like what I saw in the African Cup. Overall, and France is just good. Even if France has a bad game, I still expect France to finish at least first, though that is a monster game for Senegal. Just a lot of stuff in that matchup. But I have France winning that group. Next one. This is just kind of a layup group a little bit. This is the fighting Lawrence, Kansas, Algeria, which full offense to Lawrence, Kansas. Could we not have done better than a base camp in Lawrence, Kansas? Like, what? That's so bad. They're in a DoubleTree in Lawrence, Kansas. But sure, that could be a fun story. Austria, I don't gel with Austria this tournament. It seems like one of those ones where I think Argentina will leave the group in first. I think Algeria, the Fighting Kansases, will get second. Austria will get third, and Jordan will get fourth. Not too worried about Argentina's chances. Now for this one. Portugal, if I had more stones, I would not have Portugal out of the groups. A lot of people, because this is probably Ronaldo's last dance, are very sentimental about this team. This Portugal team is seen as a overall very good, but I think they have the ultimate just like weight around their neck, which is Ronaldo is going to be one who wants to score every goal for this team. And if you took him off the field, you could have an argument that they are a World Cup finalist potential. But because that entire team is poisoned by an amazing player, I can't give them first. Colombia, I think, takes that group. I think Portugal once again falls on their face, and we'll see what their group stage looks like. This last one, oh, this is rough. Um, I like England a lot, but I also understand that England is going to um, England is going to lose in the quarterfinals or somewhere and is going to be emotionally wrecking. Let me see if I can figure out. We're figuring out the group. Yep. Okay, so this is which of the top 8 teams do I think will advance? Um, this is gonna be on points and stuff. Turkey definitely advance. Um, Norway advance. I do Iran advance? That's a great question. Let's look at some of these teams. Austria advances. Austria for sure advances. Let's take Chechnya out. I think Turkey either draws with the United States and then beats is it Uruguay? Paraguay. My bad. Norway, I think, gets through. They beat up Iraq. Austria gets through. Uzbekistan. That's a tough one. I don't think Panama gets through. I think Panama beats Ghana, and that's probably it. Um, it's like who gets the draw? The third place draw is the question. Ecuador definitely does. Chechnya does. Okay, let's see here. I don't think Panama. I don't think. Let me see. Cabo Verde. Oh, Cabo Verde is an interesting one. This seems like one of those like hot take. Yes. I don't think Bosnia makes it. I think Scotland makes it, but I don't know if it's a. The question is this by who do I think who will do better is the question, or is it just a random draw? Let's see if this changes anything. Oh, it's by international ranking. Interesting. I don't think Iran makes it. I think Chechnya. All right, everyone. I've been like brain dumping into this. Okay, so let's assume I'm going to have Tunisia, Ecuador, Scotland, Turkey, Austria, Czechia, Norway, and Cabo Verde being the 8 teams that get through. Let's see what our bracket stage looks like. So Germany versus Scotland seems like it's a pretty easy Germany for me. Same with France, which makes a disgusting quarterfinals game. That is rough. Mexico versus Canada would be hilarious. I think Mexico does Mexico win that one? I think Mexico wins. Japan versus Morocco. Oh no. I think I have to go Japan because it's my one of my dark horse choices here. Oh, this makes way too much sense here. Okay, so Portugal will win, Spain will win, and we know what's about to happen in that game. It's called a war. United States for Ecuador. I think the United States will win this game. I think Belgium beats Czechia. Over here on the right side of the bracket. Oh, Brazil versus Netherlands. That's is it how is that possible? Hold. Did I not have them winning their group? I didn't have them winning their group. That's a possible result. Okay, good to know. I think Netherlands wins. Yeah, I think that's pretty easy. Senegal, I think, wins. The Republic of Korea wins. I think England wins. I think Argentina wins. I think the Socceroos. Yeah, there we go. Switzerland, and then this is actually a tough one. Colombia is the better team, but I think Turkey comes out with the win. Now for this, remember earlier when I said Germany would be probably really happy to make like the quarterfinals and then lose to someone? Unfortunately, that's going to be France. I think France goes through. That makes sense to me. Mexico versus Japan. I watched this game already. Japan was by far the better team. And I have no issue with that at all. I think Spain absolutely dumpsters and potentially retires Ronaldo, at least from international play. He's going to play until he scores some sort of record. I think the United States will win here to get to the quarterfinals. And that's probably where the run will end. Netherlands versus Senegal. I really like a sneaky pick here of Senegal, though I think the Netherlands probably clears. I think England beats the Republic of Korea. I think Argentina. I don't like Argentina in this tournament, but I don't think Australia have the juice to beat Argentina as well. I think they get the one upset. You end right there. I think Switzerland will win here. Up here, we have France. We'll take Spain. We'll take the Netherlands. I think that's where the emotional England loss will come from. And let's have Argentina. I think the Netherlands. I think Spain. And then I think Spain. Oh, is this 1 second? My laptop thing's not working. And then I think France will beat Argentina handily. So let's talk about some of these things. Do I think the United States is a quarterfinal level team? And the answer is I think they could be. I think they really are. This team is being slept on a little bit. I think there's a little bit of hunger there to kind of prove people wrong. It's home, that little bit of home field advantage, whatever that means. But the universe could also just say, hey, no. But I think if the United States gets that draw, they have a really decent chance. There's no one super scary. Belgium is a very good team. But I could see a packed stadium in Jerry World or in Seattle, and I think that's very easily the United States could fall to Ecuador or Belgium in this certain if this plays out. And I think would United States fans be happy? Probably not, but I think this team is not. We don't have the youth system yet and like the true superstar to go farther. We're like kind of like a weird bad Switzerland, I guess, but like Japan, I would say has a better chance of making the semifinals than the United States. In this bracket at least. I think I really like Japan. Japan and Senegal are my two kind of hipstery picks this tournament. I do not like Sweden or Norway. I don't think either of them will do very well. But who do you think's going to win? I think we'll just keep it at 30 minutes for there. Those are my thoughts on these teams. We'll be doing more things, more reactions, more content. And I'll see you all next time, everyone. Good luck in the